Yeah, I had chat up, my own personal chat, and it definitely can be distracting. All right, looks like they're off.
Yeah, my stream delay for Reabs appears to be a little lower than for Jake. Not sure if it's the same way on speed gaming, but all right.
Shoutouts to Cephalon with the host. All right, Reeves coming into main brace. I assume both of these guys are going to go for it.
Yeah, same.
And I know y'all were talking about this in the last race. Very minimal time save, 3.5 seconds per each of these Wong warps in World 1.
Jake getting the late. I don't actually know what happens if you kind of fall down before the barrel spawns. Do you have any insight on that?
Just in like time loss?
No,
Or
when
happens?
Jake threw, he fell down a bit before the barrel spawns. I know that happens sometimes, but I'm not really sure why.
Gotcha. If I were to take a guess, I would assume it's dependent on his, I guess, horizontally where he's throwing. If he throws too far from the ideal spot, I assume that's what spawns it, but that's a total guess.
I was about to say, if I had to take a guess, I would guess that someone in chat is going to tell me. It appears that has happened. Throwing too early.
Threw too early if you get the barrel. Gotcha. Looks like Reeves misses the wrong warp and kind of swags back. Oh wait, he gets the wrong warp. That's his backup. Is the swag going backwards?
Yeah, I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, that's interesting. Or just completely calculated. I don't know.
Maybe he just wants to put on a good show.
Possibly.
It seems like that's the trend with people with 41 PBs.
Was that a fakeless?
I think so.
Dang. So these guys back to back almost. Yeah, there is I see people talking about the top side wrong warp. There is a few backups that you can do that if you throw too high, you can I guess jump on the platform and run to the right and the barrel will be there and you'll just jump into it.
Jake messing up a little bit on the 2-1 wrong warp. We'll see if the backup worked in a second.
Oh, got it. Oh, nice. Skipple saying that, yeah, if you keep the barrel on the screen, then you are able to do the backup, which is what Reeves did.
Yep. Speaking of backups, Jake getting the small backup to the big boy.
What's the backup to the big boy?
Oh, if you don't get it on the first throw, you can throw up again.
Oh, right.
Probably the easiest backup in the game to learn. Just gotta do it again. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes it works. You just gotta make sure if you got that initial height.
Right, there's a range of height where it works.
Right.
It's not that big. The real trick is that if you go for the backup and miss it, you just lose even more time.
Right. Alright, Hothead, what's not Hothead? It's
Red Hot.
Red Hot. I always get those two confused.
They're both hot stages, so
yeah.
No worries.
So hot right now. But yeah, so those days. Like,
I'm looking to out meme me very early on.
That Hansel, he's so hot right now. But yeah, very little optimization of time on Red Hot. You can just basically jump on the balloon in a certain way, save a few frames. I don't know how much time it actually saves. Let's see how they do in Cleaver.
Yeah, a lot of very small optimizations in Cleaver that add up to a lot. A couple of them can kill you. I don't expect them to kill Reeves. I don't want to commentators curse this though.
Yeah, I've been commentating, cursing everything.
Yeah. I honestly just don't know how practiced Jake is. He's been focusing a lot on Super Metroid.
Oh,
Oh wow. Commentator's curse ahoy.
I know, there it is.
Well, that's not a small
combined.
optimization, so I'll brush that one off.
Yeah,
It's a pretty large optimization.
Lava Fly 4-second saves, I think. Is that right?
According to the wiki, yeah, it's 4 seconds.
And Reabs with the bounce off the cleaver. So
yeah,
I don't completely understand this, but I understand it to if I get enough horizontal momentum, jump on cleaver, the top of cleaver, then I can make it to the hook. But sometimes you just kind of get stuck on cleaver.
Yeah, I think you can jump too far to the left on him initially.
Yeah.
Also, and then you just can't make it.
Yeah, and if you just notice Reabs, he had to wait for one of the fireballs to shoot because the jumping on Cleaver's head, it gets you fast enough across the hooks if you have optimal movement to be able to throw before he shoots another fireball. So it's kind of a sign that that movement is just that much slower. If that makes sense.
Reabs now taking this fight very, very safe. Jake in a big lead now.
Right.
To give you an idea, Jake's stream is 6 seconds behind on top of everything. So his lead is even further along than it looks. Ooh, but we do get Flying Diddy, which is very cool.
1 swag point. All right, and Jake will be coming up to the Swamp Fly here. Oh, interesting. He's kind of jumped down there with the banana coin.
Ooh, yeah. Misses the G.
Yeah, just slightly.
Yeah, I like this stage a lot, but it's definitely not one to sleep on.
All right. And it's one of those stages that if you die on it, it feels really bad because you're like, I know I shouldn't die on this stage of all the stages. Like, I'd definitely look to die more comfortably on Crackhead or something.
Right. Speaking of stages you don't really want to die in, Glimmer's Galleon.
Right.
Another stage with a lot of small optimizations. Not a lot of them will kill you, unlike a lot of the other stages. I should knock on something here probably, but Jake hitting a lot of walls, bleeding a lot of time. None of it's going to kill him if he just keeps hitting walls, but it's definitely, if you're looking at PB, it's not something you want to be doing or seeing yourself do, because there's that mental tax that happens when you do it.
Yep. Yeah, and one thing about this stage too is that it's, for me personally, it's not a stage I want to practice.
Right.
It's kind of just a boring stage.
We were actually talking about that during your race.
Yeah.
Hard stages that are just really bad to practice. And a lot of them happen to be in World 3. This stage, Rattle Battle, even to some extent, Brimble Blast.
Yeah, I would definitely put Rattle Battle in there.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of, runners that are, kind of close to cutting the twig, still bleeding time on these stages just because they're really terrible to practice.
Yeah, like I'll find sometimes that I'll get like a crazy gold coming out of World 3 and, everything else seems pretty normal, but it's the glimmers that usually tops it off.
Meanwhile, Jake in Crockett Climber. We have said this, God knows how many times on this channel, but Crockett Climber, the first truly hard platforming level in the speedrun.
Oh, Jake having a pretty close call there, going for the RP jump.
Yeah, opts out of it. Luckily, saves it.
Yeah, that was definitely a good save.
Reabs with the Kipple swap.
Yeah, I have my own like baby version of that. Kipple swap for me is, I usually end up getting hit.
Well, as you actually taught me, Nam, if it saves time, then Kipple's probably came up with it.
That's true. That's what Kipple's told me. All fast strats are Kipple strats.
So we see Jake here going for these Kipple's jumps.
Kipple short hops. Yeah, one thing if you ever want to kind of just get better at Rattle Battle, is just like learn to just jump in the same spot every time. It makes the stage that much easier. You don't have to predict where Rattle Battle's hitbox is going to be or not be. It makes the stage so much easier.
The stage is all about setups.
I think so. Like I have a lot of visual cues that I aim for during this stage.
Yeah, we saw Jake actually have to move backwards a little bit. Almost completely got out of his flow. I think I talked about that one of my earlier races that I commentated. There's a flow to this level that can get very easily disrupted.
Right.
And you end up not jumping in the same spot every time. Or a very easy way to die in this level is you make the same jump in the wrong spot and just kind of fall into the pit.
Right. Yeah, when you're off, when the Emperor's Groove has been disrupted, then you will fall into a pit. All right, Jake going for the slime climb.
Yeah, oh, pretty good clash there.
Yeah, definitely good. Reabs having some interesting movement.
Yeah, but gets through it.
Is this what they call the OS Komodo?
Yes, we are through the OS Komodo stage.
I still don't get it. I just know Otter calls it the OS Komodo.
It's just a snake, I think. It's a reptile. I don't know if a Komodo is actually a snake. I know it's a dragon. Reabs going for a very safe slime climb.
Yeah, what's interesting is I've seen Reabs' runs before, and this was probably months back, and he grinded that IL for a slime climb, like, all the way down. I don't know what his final IL time was, but I know that he has a really optimized slime climb so for him to go for that, I wonder if just maybe out of practice or hasn't played as much as he did back then.
We're shaken from the cleaver still.
That's true.
And I think Jake didn't get Vine Clip.
Not sure. I do think I remember him doing the team up throw.
Yeah. But he only had Dixie at the end, which suggests that he didn't get it.
Gotcha.
Still a very good cudgel entrance time, though.
What was his cudgel entrance?
12:20 something.
Gotcha. Nice.
Especially for missing Vine Clip, I think that's a very good cudgel entrance time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like he... Well, I know his second split was saving 6 seconds, so... But with that missed Vine Clip, I wonder if that if his PB includes Vine Clip or not. Yeah, Reabs catching up here. Definitely.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, this one is far from over. There's several places that I assume that we'll see the runners switch leads.
Yeah, we're maybe a third of the way through the game at this point.
Yep.
Almost certainly less.
Yeah, we have Hornet Hole coming up, which you could definitely lose a lot of time. And probably the big one, which I've seen a lot of runners go back and forth, is the Scramble Wrong Warp.
Mm-hmm. The first great equalizer of races, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably say definitely Scramble, and what I've seen too is Slime Climb.
Slime Climb tends not to be so much of an equalizer as whatever the opposite is. Tends to put one person just very, very far ahead.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then, you know, however far ahead you are because of Slime Climb, Bramble Scramble can ruin everything. Jake getting this damage boost to get up to the spider. And setting up the best named glitch in the game, the Scrolly Scroll. Ooh, having a little trouble here.
Yep. And he did take some intentional damage there. Kind of a safer route through the bees. No problem with that.
Yep, takes damage, unlocks the camera. Some people apparently don't know that if you don't take damage on that bee at the end of the scrolly scroll, you just can't continue through the level.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that till probably a few days ago.
Oh, nice.
I just thought that the fastest way to get up there was the damage boost.
Right, we were talking during your race about how you just learned all the fast strats immediately. And never kind of learned what people learn accidentally as they go.
Yeah, I definitely looked to the wiki a lot to learn all the fast strats. And then I think when I got to about World 6 was when I was like, okay, I just want to get a run done. So before that, there's a lot more of the optimal strats. All right, so not much to talk about in Target Terror besides me completely missing a cart.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about your race the entire time.
Yeah.
There's some small optimizations on this stage.
Yep.
Anytime you're jumping over a pit, there's an optimal place to start your jump.
How much time does that actually save?
Who knows? Jake actually not going for any of this tech. So the reason for that, what I just said about jumping over pits, is that when you're riding the cart, your horizontal position as the Kong is locked over the cart, but that's not true when you're jumping over a pit. When the cart goes off screen, your position is basically unlocked.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you were holding left, you could have fallen into that pit, for example.
Right. And use a swag balloon. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about the mechanics of how the cart works. All I know is that the flitter skips save a little bit of time.
Yep. Well, so the reason I just mentioned is the reason why you can't play this stage with one hand.
Oh.
Ooh, Jake, starting the equalization here. Takes damage during the climb.
And so in that regard, that's why Tupac's library is different, just mechanically altogether. Like the cart is attached to you.
Well, I don't think there are actually any pits to jump over in that stage.
I thought there was.
There's the very first pit that you jump over to get into the cart. Oh wow, Reap's also missing it.
Interesting.
All right, here we go, everybody. Jake does get it. Moves on to the next cart level.
Yeah, and a death on a wrong warp, or for scramble wrong warp, is probably, what, 20, 25 seconds or something?
Depends how you die. If you die before the invincibility, it's not nearly that much. Because you can just... Yep, gets it. Very nice. You can just take the damage to kill yourself and restart much sooner. But if you fail it after getting the invincibility, you have to wait for the invincibility to run out.
Right.
But if you fail it after getting the invincibility, it definitely is something in the realm of 25 seconds.
Gotcha. Yeah, so the death for Jake probably not as bad as the one that Reabs just had.
Mm-hmm. They're actually almost as far apart as they were before entering Brambler. Which is almost the exact thing that happened with Antilles and Conditioner.
Yeah, I heard in their run, they both missed it, was it like 3 times in a row?
Yes, they did.
It's crazy. Alright, and Jake is making his way into one of the more challenging stages, Mudhole.
Hopefully he doesn't die to swag.
Swag.
You've going for the pretty tight jumps in this stage.
Yep.
There's a lot of jumps that take you under the stage, and those are terrifying.
Yeah. So Jake going some optimized movement here. What's been really interesting is just seeing how different runners take the Eagle Pit. You see some people go all the way to the top. I've seen Nocturne do half top, half bottom. Some people do safer strats with the Invincibility Barrel. But I don't actually know how much time.
Did you mention the strat of just jumping over all the eagles?
Yeah, the one just going straight up over.
Yeah. Setting up this wrong warp here. Looks pretty clean to me.
Yep.
And is pretty clean. Oh no! Reeves taking a death. Picked up a chest and I don't think he realized it. Tried to roll and threw their chest instead. Yeah,
that's one of the things with, the ongoing joke of with Donkey 2, you just keep pressing Y, keep holding Y. In a lot of places that, I would say at Reeves' level, he has a lot of optimized movement, but a little miscalculation,
right.
Holding Y at that wrong time is going to end up picking up something and then totally ruins.
And you actually saw it just there. He rolled where he picked up the chest before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had some really calculated movement under the checkpoint as well. It's really easy to pick up that last chest and hit it on the flitter, and that saves like fractions of a second by not hitting it or not grabbing the chest. All right, let's see if Reabs gets this. He spawned the beetles in an interesting way.
Yeah, it still worked out for him though.
Yep. At least the wiki says you're supposed to spawn the first 2 beetles first and the 3rd one afterwards. And Jake all the way into King's Instinct now.
Yep.
So that's
also a pretty scripted fight, but if anything goes wrong, the entire script, you just have to throw it out.
Right. Yeah, if you know exactly where you want to be in the hives, like right now.
Here we go.
There it is. Nice job, Sylphite. Commentator's curse.
How could that be commentator's curse if I was just like, oh, he might screw it up? Like, usually commentator's curse is just like, oh, he's definitely going to get it perfectly.
Probably true. Either way.
Jake does go for 2 cycle, misses it.
I'm still waiting for the 2 cycle. Someone has to get it.
Oh, in the tournament, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try, man.
I did go for it, but I still.
Yeah, I saw. You're probably going to be in the tournament for longer than I am, so...
We'll see. Coming into World 5, where anything can kill you.
Yeah, Ghostly Grove is honestly just kind of a mental relief after World 4. You get to do some fun platforming. Just get to pretty much keep holding right.
Yep. I would say where in World 4 with things like Mudhole or Bramble, there are things that I expect myself to die at. Whereas in World 5, I feel like I die to a lot of things I don't expect to die to.
Sure. That's reasonable.
So like, yeah, all these rolls and jumps that Jake is doing, sometimes things just don't work out the way you expect them to, and you just end up falling in. Just like, oh, I just...
So Jake actually took halfway in this stage. I think that's kind of interesting. Do you think he is watching Reabs' stream?
I'm not sure.
We did have this conversation earlier. I'm not sure he would go for halfway if he thought that Reabs was ahead of him.
That's a good point. Yeah, I definitely lean on the, if you're watching your opponent, you can start calculating what you want to go for and how safe you need to be. Because any mistake by Jake right now is going to definitely give Reabs the opportunity to catch up. But Reabs just took some damage there.
And there are obviously pits in the stage. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. the difference being that like you jump with the cart in this stage. You don't jump above the cart. Sorry, I was completely misspeaking earlier.
It's all good, man.
It's all good, man.
It's all good. You could always just see what's in those gaps.
Yeah. Reabs, I think, just got front ropes in Ghostly.
Nice. And the goal swap there. Or what do we call it?
Yeah, team up goal swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I actually meant to say earlier was there's no pit where you jump from cart to cart.
Ah,
you take the
right.
whole cart the same way through. Yeah, that's totally my fault. I'm surprised chat didn't get angry at me for that. Maybe I'm just too used to other esports, as it were.
I'm just surprised how different the carts behave. Like, I know we
Yeah,
mentioned
for sure.
before. Yeah, like on this stage, you do hop up some of the inclines and you jump off to gain speed, but in the other ones, not so much.
And we were talking earlier about stages where you just have to trust the setups. I think Gusty Glade definitely falls in that category.
Definitely. Yeah, this stage is very consistent, but if you end up messing up, I mean, the wind will definitely throw you around. Especially if you're not used to doing the stage with Dixie and you end up taking a hit early, you're going to have to improvise a lot, and it's kind of hard to improvise when the wind is just going everywhere.
Right.
So does Jake go for the roll under thing? Okay.
The roll under thing. You heard it here first, folks.
I have no technical lingo. My vocabulary is like elementary compared to you, so I'm not gonna try to talk with any good words. You can fill in the good words for me.
On to PCP.
PCP. Does Jake go full damageless?
I don't remember.
Looks like he's did that kind of safer strat in the middle there with Dixie.
I was gonna say, it looks like he's setting up for the strat right here. So it looks
Yeah.
like 2 damage.
Yeah, even if you knew it, I would say definitely a good call to just go for the safe route. And I would say he did get the headbutt, but if you're planning on doing any DC2 races, the learning your backup strat just in case you don't get the headbutt is definitely mandatory, because you don't want to be left trying to use the bird.
Reabs actually had a really scary ending to Gusty Glade there, but makes it through.
Alright, Jake just hopefully will play this safe and we'll keep this lead.
Yeah, I certainly expect him to go for things like damage boost and such.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, at a certain point, what is safe and what is risky is just kind of dependent on what you're comfortable with. Oh no.
Yeah, that is not good.
Yeah, that's gonna cement Jake's lead for sure.
Jake also having a little bit of a hiccup there. It looks like he went for an up shot and then getting a straight shot. See,
Had a scary moment there with that web.
Yeah. So this is... Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking safe strats, I'm kind of talking about that. Just doing all the webs over the eagle pit. Looks like he was trying to rapid fire that quicker way, but wasn't able to get it.
Yeah, and I'm getting the feeling that he doesn't really know how to do this part of the stage with just one Kong in his arsenal.
All right.
Does make it through though. Onward to Creepy Crow. You think he's gonna go for all the big boys?
Oh, definitely. It's mandatory. So good spawn. So
Yeah,
this is the-
Kibble's making a good point that if Reabs goes for the tech in this stage, that he can make up a lot of time.
Yep.
Especially if Jake does stuff like that.
Yeah. One scary thing though is Reabs has had kind of a rough run. So let's see if he does his optimal eagle pit.
I imagine he'll try. Ooh, no. Not with that web spawn.
Yeah. Huh. That was still pretty solid. I wonder if that's his maybe just his route that he takes.
Maybe.
That looked pretty calculated. But overall, definitely faster than Jake's Web Woods.
Definitely. It definitely has some time to make up in this stage too, in Creepy Crow. But meanwhile, Jake on to World 7. Or World 6. Goodness gracious. Start typing at 300 words per minute, folks.
I can't count worlds. Some interesting rope movement. Looks like Jake didn't get the despawn.
Yeah, honestly, Jake's run looks like it might be falling apart here. Making a lot of small errors. Hopefully he can keep it together.
Yeah, one thing, especially about running Donkey 2, is that it's easy to be really strong at your early game if you end up resetting a lot. So sometimes you won't see World 6 a lot. Okay. Took some damage, but shouldn't be that big of a problem. You typically won't die here.
Yeah, my practice file actually has the save in World 6. So that I'll actually practice those stages.
Nice. Oh, he just visited Cranky for a second.
Just wants to see what he's up to. Definitely don't blame him for not going for the RNG beetle roll.
Alright. No B skip.
Yeah,
Does Jake normally go for that?
I think so.
Okay. No Paco coin.
Oh, that's the Paco coin?
That is the Paco coin.
I've been
coin.
confused about that for a bit.
I just found that out like a few days ago. Because I always thought it was the coin when you're in that long drift coming up. Right
Yeah,
here.
I honestly thought it was the DK coin.
Oh. Paco did get her own coin. Alright, Jake with
Let's get that skip. Yeah, definitely a noticeable strat difference in these two players.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I mean, Reabs PB is over 2 minutes faster than Jake, so obviously he goes for some faster tech and is probably more consistent at it.
Oh, he just goes for it. I appreciate that. So Jake going for the ghetto bees. If you do get hit there or anywhere else in the end of this stage, you will end up losing at least 10 seconds to grab another Kong for the Castle Crush setup. Yeah, this run is still anyone's race. We still have CLC. We have Toxic Tower, as well as Screech. So we have a large portion of the gauntlet that can go either way. Clappers, you could lose some time, but it would have to be disastrous.
Reabs also getting ghetto bees.
Nice.
Yeah, Reabs playing from behind, but getting a little bits of time just kind of everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Putting himself in a position to make a comeback should Jake make a mistake.
Definitely. All right. Just don't go the barrel into a wall. I know it's gonna happen somewhere.
Someone's just gonna wonder what's inside the barrel.
DK's in that barrel. Look at it.
Oh, are we playing this game to save DK? Oh, we should open this barrel.
Just in game right there. And
Boom, done. Why do we play this game?
all right, looks good. Don't go too far right.
Goes all the way to the left, in fact.
Yeah.
Reabs actually killed both Spinies.
Just to be sure.
Normally you just kill one for lag reduction.
Yeah, I didn't even know that if you hold the barrel, it's one less sprite, so less lag. That is another thing that I've learned in the last few runs.
Yep. Learned that listening back to my own race.
Thanks.
Where Jake was doing the commentary, funny enough.
Yeah, there's definitely all sorts of little things that you just would never know.
Yeah, Jake going for throw your girlfriend here. Gets it pretty cleanly, I think.
Yep.
See if he makes it all the way to the end with no problem. And looks like he is.
Yep.
Which is good. Moving on to the last great equalizer, I would say. Lots of small equalizers after this. Ooh, Reabs taking damage in a place that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
That cruncha can really mess with your life. Navigates it pretty well, though. Let's see if Jake gets this wrong warp. Good climb. Good moonwalk.
Looks good. Nice.
Yeah, very, very clean.
It's a very nice CLC.
Probably a good mental boost for him also.
Yeah. Reabs will be able to make some time. I assume that he's going to go for optimal snake strats. And Jake, just go for it. That's not high enough.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's alive.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what he's going to go for now. Just go B strats.
You can't go for the Omegas. But I know Jake normally goes for the snake tech.
Does he do the mega jumps?
I can't say for sure. I'm gonna go with yes. He died to that jump in practice and then doesn't go for it there.
Wow, that was...
Practice perhaps paying off in a strange way.
Pretty clutch.
Reabs taking that very safe.
Just dancing on the acid. Or your choice of green liquid.
Actually recently started calling it Slurm.
Slurm? Why does that sound familiar? What is that from?
Futurama.
Oh, okay. Nice. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was... Oh no!
Oh.
Reabs takes the death.
So...
We were worried about Jake missing that shot. We almost missed it.
Yeah, that is definitely not gonna look good for Reabs.
Yeah, pretty much just sprint left. I would be surprised to... Well, I'm gonna preface this with no commentator's curse, but I would be surprised to see Jake make a big flub in K-roll.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's less about Screech now. Like, even a death on Screech, probably not too big of a deal. But a death on K-roll could be bad.
Yeah, depending on where exactly it is. Ooh, that roll looks sketchy. I didn't think he got the moonwalk properly.
Yeah.
Actually, Jake could PB.
Oh, that is true. He is almost 4 seconds ahead of his...
Yeah, he actually just had a great World 6.
Yeah, looks like his previous segment was 39-second save.
I wonder if I wonder how much that will influence what he goes for in the stage. I'm suddenly curious.
Do you think he'll go harder or?
He'll go harder.
Yeah.
Like he in his last race, he did a Wong Kong B-ring skip.
Nice. Oh, I remember that. He did an intentional hit, right?
No, there we go.
Yeah.
What he calls his ghetto B-ring skip because he goes down instead of up the middle.
Yeah, that definitely it looks off to me, but.
All right, yeah, I think Jake's looking for this PB.
Yeah.
I think he's fishing because he has about 15 seconds to save in this world, and I have to guess that it was mostly through Screech. Maybe going for that 43.
Well, hopefully no commentator's curse here, but usually when you're pretty antsy at this stage, you're trying to get those dustless optimized throws, and if it bounces once and it's one of those later throws, it can be really hard to recover.
Yeah, for sure. That was another thing I was thinking about when I looked at his splits.
Did Reabs go for the jump?
I don't know. I think we might have missed it. I think we might be bad at our jobs.
I see in the chat someone talked about the jump.
I mean, it's Nyaki. Nyaki wouldn't lie.
He is a gentleman.
He does get B-skip. B-ring skip, more accurately. Reabs not going down without a fight.
Oh gosh, he misses a throw.
Oh no.
Not horrible though, but
yeah, I would still probably call it commentator's curse.
It might cost him the PB though, depending on how much time he saved in Screech.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so both runners into K roll now. Jake just needs to play it safe.
Yeah, probably just needs to take a breath, honestly.
Yeah. I would probably wait to see the dust and then throw. Or with Reabs, I mean, he could get all the dustless throws and he would be able to save a little bit of time.
Yeah, but not enough.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, one person in chat was mentioning that it's few races have ended with both runners in K roll, so definitely good to see this.
And, wisely not going for Blue Diddy.
Right. And I think as the races go on, I assume that we'll probably see more and more close races like this.
Yeah, that's the advantage of the bracketed system that we're using. Oh no, Red Diddy. Does he know what to do? Yeah, looks like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Considerably safer to throw Dixie up, I think. But slower to do that for sure. Just throw it pretty cleanly. Yeah.
Does that make the Red Diddy go away faster or something? Or you just need to dodge it?
It's just a free way to dodge it.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
But you lose the time from teaming up. And oh, I don't want to say it.
What?
Okay, Jake is going to PB.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be a small PB though.
Nice. 2.7 second PB.
Yep.
All right, so it looks like Jake got a time of, at least from SRL, 44:11, and he improved his personal best by, what was that?
Just under 3 seconds.
Yeah, just under 3 seconds. So give it up for Jake as we have Reabs finishing up here. Last cycle, really close race.
Yeah, not the first PB of the race, but I think the first sub-twig PB of the race.
For all the runners? I thought the world record of this race is what, a 42, 43 something?
No, the first person to get a PB that was Subtwig during the race.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And Reabs finishes up just over a minute behind.
Yep. Let's guess we're all 45-15.
Give it up for both of these racers.
Yeah, definitely a great race. Let's see if any of them have some time for an interview.
Hopefully.
In regards to if there's any matches after this, I believe this is the last one for the night.
It is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. But while we're waiting for them to get in here, we actually have a triple header tomorrow night, 7, 8, and 9 p.m. Eastern. So at least 3 solid hours of Donkey Kong Country 2 racing.
Nice. Who do we have tomorrow? It looks like we have Otter Lynx versus FS Lynx.
Oh, the Lynx battle.
Yeah, the Lynx battle. Via Strike versus the Sabin, and then KBZ versus Kigo.
Any match you're especially looking forward to among those?
Well, I know Via Strike, I think it's Via Strike. He's been putting a lot of good work. He got a 41 on the verge of 40. Otter Lynx is also on the verge of 40. I'm not sure what KBC's or Kigo's PB is, but I'll be interested in seeing how they do, because they've just been like slowly getting closer to that 40 time.
KBZ and Kigo?
Oh, the Otter Lynx and Via.
Oh, Otter and Via, yeah. KBZ and Kigo are a 42 and a 43, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice. That should be a really good race then.
Yeah.
I am excited to see KBZ again, just because the amount of swag that he had in his last run was pretty hype.
Also, welcome, Jake.
That was unexpected.
Welcome, congratulations.
I can't actually believe that I won that. I think I owe it all to Cleaver. Shout outs to the sword. I was watching the broadcast, by the way.
I figured.
Yeah.
I was, in case you were listening also, I was trying not to say anything too outlandish.
Oh my, dude, you commentators cursed me on K-Rool. I hate you.
Oops.
The 43!
Not make a mistake and he'll get a 43.
Well, like, halfway through the run, like, I noticed you guys noticed that I was making mistakes. My hand started hurting really bad halfway through the run.
Oh,
so
really?
I was trying to fight through that on top of just trying to do just like normal strats. So
that
like
makes
I
a
got
lot
to,
of sense actually.
Yeah, like I got to toxic and like my thumb was super sweaty and my hand hurt, so I could barely fucking do the short hops.
Yeah, was there ever a point like, so we did notice, Sophie mentioned that, what stage was it that you took the checkpoint and we were wondering like, oh, you must be watching his stream. Yeah, in Ghostly.
Ghostly, I've kind of gotten into a habit of going for midway because in like casual races I go for Closty Grove.
Gotcha.
Naturally.
Was there a point where you started playing a lot more, I'll say, defensively?
I started to play a little bit more defensively. Like literally after World 2, I was like, okay, I just need to try and maintain my lead as best as I can.
Gotcha.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Also, we have Reabs in here.
Reabs doesn't like us.
Looks like I see his...
Yeah, I see him talking, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, might want to...
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, of course.
GG,
Reabs. GG.
GG, Jake.
Oh man, that was unexpected. I really thought you were just gonna run away with it.
Nah, man, anything can happen during a race.
Yeah, Reabs, tell us about your run.
I don't know, it was horrible.
All right, good talk. So, Jake, no. So you had some early troubles and that like really gave Jake his lead. That kind of lasted through most of the run. Did it shake you? Were you trying to come back? Like, tell us what your thought process was.
Well, I didn't know where he was. I actually don't watch my opponent whenever I'm racing. So like when I like fell in the lava, I was just like, okay, I won't do lava fly next time, and then just try and do what I normally do. I generally don't I just try and do what I do normally during runs. I don't like try and do safe strats usually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I know you played this game and grinded it like probably a couple months ago, a lot. Have you still been practicing like up to this tournament, or?
Yeah, I started practicing like a week or two ago for the tournament. Well, like I started practicing the week before the tournament started again.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it's not like I'm like super rusty. I just, bad runs happen.
Yeah, my practice races, like I did one with Tusspan earlier, and just like doing some practice, it was really, really shaky. So
Yeah,
I was super worried coming into the race.
Yes.
Honestly, I wasn't like the run I had wasn't like super. I don't think it was like super bad, but there was just like a couple of random things that just like in Mudhole Marsh, I like picked up the chest and just like fell in the swamp.
Yeah.
And then on Toxic Tower, I just hit that 1B, and like those two things like were just blindsided me.
Yeah, it's the little stuff that you never miss in a run that when it just happens, you just don't even know what happened.
Yeah, well, with the Mudhole one, you picked up the chest instead of rolling. I'm pretty sure, and then,
Right.
What do you do when Y doesn't roll?
Exactly.
I actually did try and back onto the platform, but like the momentum just pulled me into the thing.
Right, you threw the chest, and the game just kind of sent you in that direction a little bit.
But other than that, I mean, I missed I fell in the lava, and then I missed the wrong warp on Bramble one time.
You did also, I believe.
Yeah, I did. But
Yeah.
I didn't actually get to the wrong warp. I died beforehand because I was stupid. Yeah, it was a really good race. It's still no Nocturne versus Blunt Bunny, but
Right.
I'll have to rewatch it.
yeah, if you haven't seen Nocturne vs. Blunt Bunny, definitely watch it for either Reabs or anyone else in chat who hasn't seen it.
Oh, I meant our race.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't watching you while we were racing, so I didn't know where you were at.
I was mainly because I like to listen to commentary.
Yeah, there was one point in Toxic Tower that I was wondering if you were going, Reabs. I was wondering if you were going for harder strats to try to catch up, but if you weren't watching, then definitely not the case.
Nope. Those are all just the strats I normally do. I think I did pretty much everything I do normally during my runs.
Yeah, I tried to, for the most part, just with some minor slip-ups.
Nice. So looks like Jake will be playing the winner of Otter and FS Links, which is tomorrow.
So I'm losing to Otter, got it.
Well, that's the interesting thing. I mean, somebody made the comment that, let's see, Reabs, you have a high 41, Jake, you have a 44, anything can happen, and a lot of things happen. So we'll see what happens. Let me see who you're going to be playing against, Reabs.
I believe it's Kolthor the Barbarian.
Oh, man.
Oh, I actually watched his last race.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say a somewhat well-known Yoshi's Island speedrunner.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
I would say.
All right, well, I guess we can go ahead and call it for the night, unless we're going to watch Jake do a full run here.
Yeah, any final words from our racers?
I'm super hyped to actually have won that race. It was really, really tight through the whole thing. GG to Reabs again. Good luck to you down in the losers bracket. You'll probably tear it up down there.
What about you, Reabs? Any last thoughts?
It was a fun race. I look forward to the next race, and good luck to all the other runners.
Awesome. Well, we'll be back for Donkey 2 tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Same channel. If you haven't already, you should get these guys a follow. Is there any other events happening tonight?
I don't think so. Maybe God Voice Fiesel can help us out.
There it is. There it is.
I just had a weird vision. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone else heard it, or we heard that there were no other events. But, I say this every time. Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate the support. We hope you will tune in tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be pretty action-packed tomorrow night.
Definitely.
Yep. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.